This is part 2 of the previous vlog I posted. Once I made it home and it was time to start cooking, first thing first, I began peeling my cocoyam and water yam. Honestly, cocoyam is so expensive these days. One might think it's imported or it holds a share in Dangote refinery. But I'm honestly hoping the mighty cocoyam will carry the water yam because the cocoyam looks very small. As I was washing both, my hands started itching. I immediately knew I messed up. That was me forgetting to rub palm oil on my hands before starting. Something every elder has warned us since you were 4 years old. So I've learned my lesson today. I brought out my local grater because blender know they do this kind of job and created both the cocoyam and water yam together till it formed a nice thick paste. I don't use my hand to mix the batter thoroughly. I added salt and then seasoning cubes for the batter to taste. I now mixed it again properly before setting it aside. Then I moved to my periwinkle, washed it well with salt. You know how stubborn periwinkle can be, and I do not want to taste sand in this food. So I parboiled it briefly, then went on to pick my vegetables because I'll be using vegetables leaf to wrap instead of using the usual cocoyam leaves. That was what I could find, and as economy being an improvisation, they help person survive. After washing the vegetables, I checked on the periwinkles, drained the water, and started the serious business. I placed my pot on the fire, added enough palm oil to the base, layered in the cooked periwinkles, onions, and dry fish. If aroma could pay bills, this pot alone will clear my rent. Then came the hardest part, wrapping the cocoyam and water yam batter with the vegetable leaf one after the other. I won't even lie, this part humbled me. 40 minutes of non-stop wrapping like I was packaging emotional baggage. While growing up, this was part of Ekpan Nkukwo that everybody didn't really like at home because of how tedious the wrapping process takes and how long it takes to even wrap, especially if you're making it for a family of 4 or 5. You know you have to spend more than 1 or 2 hours wrapping it. After the long wrapping session was over, I placed water on the fire to boil because this food requires hot water for cooking. I sliced my leftover vegetables leaves, so wasting leaves in this economy, God forbid bad thing. I picked and grinded my pepper and crayfish with my hand grinder. Then it was time to bring everything together. I placed the wrapped batter into the pot gently, left it to cook for 2 to 3 minutes, then added the boiling hot water, covered it, and let it steam properly. I opened the pot again to stir. It will gum small low, but you just have to stir it properly. Next, I added the blended crayfish and pepper, more seasoning cubes and salt, gave it a good stir, tested it, and wow, the thing don't make sense. I covered it one last time, let it cook a bit more, then went in with my remaining vegetables, stirred it one final time. And finally, my pot of delicious Ekpan Nkukwo was ready. At this point, after all the wahala, 1 spoon of this food was enough to heal my soul. It was hot, rich, comforting, and exactly what I needed to feel like myself again. I took a moment to just breathe because, you see, this life, be hard. But you see, this food is the light at the end of the tunnel for me.